So we are going to be talking to you today about the future of Uber. My name is Amy Harrington.
And I'm Alan.
I'm Bushra.
And I'm Esther.
And to start out with, Esther is actually going to talk to us about the main points and a little bit about why it interests us.
So one of the reasons it interested us is because of the frightening future implications of self-driving cars. Uber right now has over 1 million drivers, and if self-driving cars are going to replace them, a lot of people will lose their jobs. The second reason that it interested us is because Uber is really relevant to our generation. So a lot of us will use Uber on a weekly or monthly basis, and it's become really popular in recent years. The third reason is that Uber is actually working with the Carnegie Mellon Department of Robotics to make self-driving cars a reality, and that shows the advancement of robotics. So some of the main points of the article is that Uber is piloting its new self-driving car program. It's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Customers will just request the car normally through the app. They'll be randomly paired with a car, and then they'll get a free ride. But the cars aren't fully autonomous yet because there's engineers sitting at the wheel ready to take over in case of an emergency. And then also, Uber is hoping that in the future they'll expand it to more cities and then make riding somewhere in one of Uber's self-driving cars a lot less expensive than it would be to go anywhere in a private car.
All right, so what we learned. The sensors are only accurate within about 10 feet. So it does actually make driving a little bit difficult for it because it needs things around it from about 10 feet so that it can actually triangulate where it is. That's why bridges are a big problem for these sensors, is because it's really not hitting any buildings or anything so that it can actually triangulate where it is. And GPS isn't always the most reliable, as we can probably all relate to getting lost every once in a while. Uber is planning to partner with more automakers. So Uber is not interested at all in actually creating cars, actually building cars or anything like that. So they are acquiring different companies like Otto. In July, they just acquired, which actually make autopilot big rigs. So basically, they're wanting to make it to where you don't even have to drive, even if you're doing an overnight trip. They want it to be able to sleep, be able to completely function without having to drive. The next one is they need more engineers. They've been hiring engineers from Google. They've been hiring engineers from all over the place. Because, like I said, they don't actually want to build their own cars, but they do need to create this system that is actually going to be able to make it robotic. Now, Bushra is actually going to talk to you about how to apply this to our plan.
So basically, we have, how to apply this. We have daily life, being creative and innovative, change of cost and technological advancements. And basically what that means is that daily life, we use Uber every single day. Like most people, how many of you guys drive or take an Uber to school or like Uber anywhere in general? Exactly, yeah. So Uber is something that we use every day, and so even with self-driving Ubers, you'll be able to use Uber either way. And then being creative, innovative, Uber, so basically I think with being creative and innovative, people like to be creative, and they can use this as a format to build or establish themselves and become more creative and innovate things in general, like build and get more jobs through this. And as this industry will grow, there will be more jobs available, and you'll be able to work and make money off of that too, especially people who are into like robotics and technology and innovation, research, things like that. And especially technological advancements, this is something huge. So something like this advances in the future, and it will help the industry grow. And Alan will be talking about interesting facts.
So I'm going to talk about a few interesting facts about the driverless program initiated by Uber. The first one being Uber is the first company to have a successful test run among its competitors, known as Tesla, Apple, and Google. The second point being there's going to be a lot of employment opportunities for software engineers, IT professionals, and students like us with IT majors. But that's a good thing. But with a good thing, there's always a bad thing to follow it up, and that would be the Uber drivers. They would be unemployed. And there's about 1.5 million Uber drivers across the world, and they would be unemployed. And the company has not told anything as of yet. And so it will be really interesting to see what happens in the future. The next thing would be the price and fare of the Uber charge for this technology. the normal perception about this would always be that the price would always be expensive because the use of technology is more. But the CEO has mentioned that the price is going to be exactly the same, and it would lower down the cost as it moves towards the future. And the last thing would be the technology used. It's a remote sensing technology known as LiDAR, and it's just like your GPS on your phone, which updates, and it's a hybrid version of it. So when the car moves forward, it updates surroundings, such as, you know, if people are walking around or if there's a signal. So it gives the information to the car. So I feel it's a great stepping stone towards the future of technology, and it would benefit the transportation business, which is a great thing for us. That's about it. And this is our sources, and any questions?
Thank you.